Hi there, I'm about to read one of my favorite stories. It is called Rata Pata Scata Fata. It's a Caribbean story, by Phillis Gershator, illustrated by Holly Mind. There's a little author's note inside that I'm going to read right quick. Rata Pata Scata Fata is an old-time Virgin Islands way of talking nonsense. Caribbean gobbledygook. It might be imitation Spanish, since the islands are close to Puerto Rico, or perhaps it comes from one of the many West African languages that influence local English Creole. At one time, there were 16 African languages spoken in St. Thomas alone. Okay, and the conch horn that they mention in the story, the fisherman blows, is made from a big, beautiful pink and white shellfish shell. The potfish June, the character is named June, wishes for is a reef fish that is small enough to be caught in a fish pot, a cage-like trap, and big enough to fit in a cooking pot. The tamarinds he wishes for are the sour fruit of the tamarind tree, originally imported to the tropics from India. You can suck on tamarinds, though not too many or your tongue will hurt. They are also used in making preserves, beverages, and condiments. Okay, so let's go ahead. June liked to daydream. He liked to night dream, and he liked to dream in between, when the birds sang and the lizards came out to bask in the morning sun. But June's dreams were often interrupted. There was always so much work to do. One morning early, his mother called, June, wake up. Don't you hear the fisherman blowing his conch horn? Quick, run across town to the market and buy us a fresh pot fish for dinner. Oh, Mommy, I was busy listening to the birds, said June, yawning. I wish the fish would run across town to our house instead. Fish don't have legs, child. What if I close my eyes and say a magic word like Rata Pata Scata Fata 3 times? Silly June, come now. June's mother couldn't stand around and listen to nonsense talk. She had clothes to wash. June sat in the yard and squeezed his eyes shut. He wished hard for a fish to swim across town. He whispered slowly, Rata Pata Scata Fata. Slowly once again, Rata Pata Scata Fata. Rata Pata Scata Fata. Then he waited for his wish to come true. Down at the beach, the last fisherman had hauled in his traps and pulled his boat onto shore. He was late for the morning market, so he took a shortcut past June's house. Rushing along, he didn't even notice a fish wiggle-waggle right out of his basket. Flop! When June opened his eyes, what did he see on the dusty road? A fish! And what did he say? My wish came true. My wish came true. There it is. Whew, okay. June's mother was happy with a nice wiggly fish. But June, she asked, why is a fish dusty? Did you drop it? No, Mommy. The fish got dusty when it swam across town to our house. What an imagination. Time to fetch the goat now, while I clean the fish. And don't forget your hat. The sun is hot, hot, hot. June skipped off down the road to look for the goat. He looked for her in the field where the elephant grass grew. He looked down and he saw an alligator lizard slithering through the grass. He looked up and he saw a chicken hawk circling overhead. He looked straight ahead and he saw a mongoose sitting on his hind legs, still and watchful. But he didn't see the goat. The goat was right behind him. I can't find the goat, June said to the mongoose. I wish the goat would find me. What if I close my eyes and say a magic word like Rata Pata Scata Fata 3 times? So June sat down in the grass and closed his eyes. He wished hard for the goat to come and find him. He whispered, Rata Pata Scata Fata, slowly, once and again, Rata Pata Scata Fata, Rata Pata Scata Fata. Then he waited for his wish to come true. The goat had been keeping her eye on June's little straw hat all along. She liked tender straw much better than tough elephant grass. As soon as June sat down, the goat crept up to him closer and closer. Nibble, nibble, munch. When June opened his eyes, who did he see with a mouthful of straw? The goat. And what did he say? My wish came true. His mother met him on the way home. There you are, and you found the goat. No, Mommy, the goat found me. Oh, I see. Same thing, June. Good thing, too, because it's lunchtime. When the heat of the day passed, the old tamarind tree cast its shade across the yard. June liked to hop around in the late afternoon sun and watch his own shadow grow larger like a tree. Don't go running after your shadow, June, his mother said. I have something to show you. She pointed up at the tree. See those birds pecking at the fruit? That means the tamarinds are ripe and ready to pick. But Mommy, the sugar birds aren't eating tamarinds like the other birds. Maybe the fruit is too sour. Sour it is, June, but the thrushies like it, so you better pick some tamarinds before the greedy thrushies eat them up. The tree was tall. June knew he'll have to climb high up to pick the tamarinds. I wish the tamarinds would pick themselves, June said. Sure enough. Sure they won't, said his mother. What if I close my eyes and say a magic word like, what do you think I'm going to say? Rata Pata Scata Fata 3 times. But June's mother couldn't stand around and listen to nonsense talk. She had dinner to prepare. June closed his eyes. He wished hard for the tamarinds to pick themselves. He whispered, Rata Pata Scata Fata, slowly, once and again, Rata Pata Scata Fata, Rata Pata Scata Fata. Just then, with a whoosh, a big wind blew across the island and knocked over the empty rain barrel. It tore the sheets off the line. It shook the trees. It shook the tamarind tree so hard the tamarinds broke loose from the branches and fell to the ground. Then the big wind blew away, back to the sea, where it had come from. When June opened his eyes, what did he see in his basket? Tamarinds. And what did he say? My wish came true. He carried the basket full of tamarinds into the house. June, you picked so many, his mother exclaimed. I didn't even have to climb the tree, Mommy. Sure enough, the tamarinds picked themselves. Are you making up stories again, she said. Now hand me that sugar and let's make some jam. They peeled the thin brown shells off the tamarinds and boiled the sticky fruit in sugar water. June did all the tasting to make sure the jam wasn't too sweet or too sour. Before the sun went down, they sealed up the last jar. June, his mother said, just one more job for you today. It's dry, 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 not a drop of rain for days, and the rain barrel is empty. Go and fish some water from the well. Oh, I'm tired, Mommy. I wish the water would fetch itself. That's a sight we'll never see, said his mother. She sat down in the big rocking chair on the porch and lifted June onto her lap. I'm tired too, June. We've had a busy day. Now, she sighed, if it would only rain, no one would have to fetch water. Oh, how I wish it would rain. Mommy, why don't you close your eyes and say Rata Pata Scata Fata 3 times? Then your wish would come true. June's mother laughed, and she leaned back and closed her eyes. Rata Pata Scata Fata, she sang softly. Rata Pata Scata Fata, Rata Pata Scata Fata. And what do you think happened that night? It rained. The drops fell on the tin roof and into the empty rain barrel, lightly tapping out the rain's own song. Rat-a-tat-a-pat-a-scat-a-fata. Rat-tat-pat-scat-fata. Rat-tat-pat-tat-scat-tat-fata. Rat-tat-pat-scat-tat-fata. Ooh, all night long. That is a tongue twister. Try to say that 5 times fast. Rat-tat-pat-tat-scat-tat-fata. Rat-tat-pat-scat-tat. Ooh, rat-tat-pat-tat-scat-fata. What a cute little story. A Caribbean story. Thank you so much for listening. And if you're interested in this, I will drop a link below so that you can purchase your very own copy of this book.